Hi, I'm Denise Galoni, author of Denise Speaks blog and now video blog, and also the owner and president of DG Training Solutions Incorporated. What I want to talk to you today is about timing and how important timing is. I was recently at a conference where the two presenters had 15 minutes to address the audience. Well, they went way over 15 minutes. And as inspiring and really interesting as it was, it really set the program back. Before you even start to put your presentation together, if you're asked to speak somewhere, I want you to do something for me. Make sure you ask how much time you actually have to speak. They may tell you it's an hour meeting, you could have the whole meeting. But that may not mean that you have an hour to actually speak. They want to welcome people at the beginning of the meeting. They may want to conduct business. They may take longer to introduce you or wait for late arrivals. Or they may want to wrap the meeting up and give updates about the future meetings. So you may not have 60 minutes to speak. When all is said and done, it may only be 40 or 45 minutes. Well, is that a big deal? Well, it is if you're planning on speaking for 60 minutes. Have you ever listened to a speaker, at the very end, they went through their slides or their information so fast you couldn't keep up? Well, guess what happened? They either weren't paying attention to time, didn't time their presentation very well, or they had to cut it down and they couldn't do it at the last minute. I speak all the time. I can cut a presentation down. I can actually stretch it out if I need to. And I've had to do both. For my last client, I was speaking at their staff meeting. I was able to take 45 to 50 minutes to discuss my topic with my PowerPoint slides. The speaker before me went way over time. The staff meeting was for a specific amount of time because people had to go back to work and other meetings. So my presentation from 45 to 50 minutes got to cut down to about 22 minutes. Was it a problem? No, not really. I'm used to doing that. I was able to do that. But what if that happened to you? If you tell them you're going to tell them something, you need to make sure you tell them in your presentation. People will remember that. So make sure you're able to cut your presentation down if you need to, or expand it. Have a few examples, stories, or something in your back pocket you can pull out if you need to stretch out that presentation. What if the speaker after you doesn't show up or is caught in traffic and they ask you to extend your presentation? Make sure you're able to do it. Remember, find out how much time you have to speak and then work on your presentation. Since we're talking about timing, once you do your presentation, practice it. Keep in mind, you may practice your presentation, and it may be in that time limits, but you need to allow time for laughter if your presentation is funny. Hopefully, a lot of laughter if it's supposed to be a funny presentation. So pause to give people time to laugh when you're delivering your presentation. Also, people may want to ask questions. You may get stopped. Another thing I found is when I'm presenting to someone or a group, sometimes I speak a lot quicker than when I'm practicing. Or I don't add everything in that I think I'm going to say when I'm doing my presentation. So be aware of that. So remember these tricks, and make sure you can speak during your presentation also. These tips and tricks. Find out exactly how much time you have to speak. Practice your presentation so you know it will fit in those time limits. And have a couple things in your back pocket to add in if you need to, or you can take out and won't affect the integrity of the presentation. Just some helpful hints. Next month, we're going to talk about how to present your presentation, how you're going to put it together so it'll fit in those time limits, how to cut down your content, and how to make it a memorable presentation. So we have a lot next month. Thanks for your time. See you next month, and Keep speaking.